earth does a racetrack have to do with our Christian walk? So the passage we're going to look at today is to be found in Hebrews chapter 12, verse 1 and 2. And this is where the running track comes in, because the author used running as an illustration in how to endure in our Christian walk. So let's have a look. So, how can we make sure that we finish the race and know for sure that we will be standing face to face to Jesus and He will say, "Well done, good and faithful servant"? Let's look at the 3 things that the author points out that will encourage us and keep us strong even through trials and hardships. So when we're starting the race, we start strong. We run out quickly and we are sure that we can do it. But after a while, we might start to doubt. It just becomes too hard, or muscles are sore, or breath becomes short, and we just want to lay down and stop. Well, in Hebrews 12, we read, "Since we are surrounded by so great a cloud of witnesses." And the first advice given today is that we need to take a look at those who finished before us. And in Hebrews 11, they were already introduced. The great heroes of faith are the people we find in the Old Testament. It's David, it's Abraham, and many, many others who even through hardships finished well. So as we are running in life, we still need to look at those people who went before us. And also the people in our own lives who are more mature in faith can inspire us to keep on running even when we don't feel like it. Why on earth is she running around with a big backpack? Might be what you're thinking right now. Well, in Hebrews 12, we read what we should do with our backpack while running. It says, "Let us also lay aside every weight and sin which clings so closely." So, as a runner, what are we supposed to do? Well, get rid of everything that is holding us back. And for other people, it might even be good things, but it also might be sin, whatever it is. When this was written, there were races, there were sports events, and they knew that the good runners didn't carry anything with them. They only had themselves. And sometimes they were even running naked. We're not going to do that. What we are going to do is to look into our own life. What is a hindrance to our spiritual growth? What kinds of sins do we need to put aside, get rid of? When did we last sit down and actually confess our sins? Let's do it today. So the third thing this passage teaches us is to look to Jesus. The passage says, "Look to Jesus, the founder and perfecter of our faith." So, what does that mean? First of all, we're not going to look on ourselves, our own strengths or abilities. We're not gonna look at other people, or husband or wife, or friends or family. We're not gonna look at physical stuff and find our value in having a lot of nice things. No, we're going to look at Jesus. Look to Jesus is more than a simple act. It means to have an attitude of faith. And we find an example of the same thing in the Old Testament, when the Jewish people looked to the serpent and because of that were healed and got salvation. In the same way, when we look to Jesus in faith, when we trust Him, obey Him, that is our way to salvation and how we endure the race. So, thank you for listening today. I hope these words were an encouragement. Now, go out and run that race, Captain Simpson.